Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first video in the Kasparov-Karpov saga, and what better way to start this incredible rivalry than with the first time they ever played each other. In 1975, Karpov played a Simul in Leningrad, and Kasparov was one of the many contestants. Karpov starts with e4, c5, Sicilian defense, knight to f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, and a6. This is neither variation of the Sicilian. Bishop e2 by Karpov, developing the bishop while also preparing the castle. Striking in the center with e5. Knight back to b3. Bishop to e7. Kasparov also develops the bishop. Bishop g5, attacking the knight. Bishop e6, further developing the minor pieces. f4 by Karpov. E takes f4. Bishop takes f4. And knight c6. Both sides castle. And now this move, king h1, stepping out of any checks on b6 by the queen. Kasparov plays b5, expanding on the queen side. And now this move, bishop to f3, which is an important move, as it stops two moves from black, which is b4 and d5. We play, for example, h3. Now black can play d5. And after it takes, and takes, black is just doing fine. However, if we play bishop to f3, now d5 no longer works because of takes, just up a piece. There's also another line that is possible. e5 takes b4, takes on e6, takes on c3, takes on f7 with check, rook takes. Now the knight on c6 is hanging, again up a piece, completely winning. Now we will take a look at the b4. We play like h3. Now black plays b4, knight to d5. Now the e4 pawn is just hanging. And again, after the move bishop to f3, b4 no longer works. Now with knight to d5, e4 pawn is sufficiently protected. That's why Kasparov plays knight to e5, attacking the bishop on f3. Karpov defends it, knight to d4, bishop to c4, attacking the rook, rook to f2, and now b4 by black, and knight to d5. Black takes, e takes d5, bishop f6, rook to d2, doubling up on the d file, queen b6, attacking the knight, bishop e3, and now queen to c7, stepping out of any discoveries, knight to f4, f5, bishop e4, f to e8, and bishop back to g1, g6 by black, creating some room for the bishop, a3 by white, a5 protecting the b4 pawn, a takes b4, a takes b4, rook takes, and now b3 by white, and bishop back to a6. Knight to c6, placing it on a very good square. That's why black trades, which takes, and d takes c6. And then rook to e8. Now this rook to e8 move is a mistake, because white can simply capture on d6, and after rook takes bishop, you take the bishop on f6. White is up a pawn, pretty much no compensation for black. However, Karpov missed it and played the move bishop to d5. Bishop to c3, attacking the rook. Rook to f2. Rook to e1, attacking the queen. Queen to f3, putting some pressure on the f7 pawn. Now this move, bishop to d4 by black, which is a mistake. What you should have done was just gone back with the rook to e7, attacking, defending the f7 pawn. Because now white can just take on f7, which is exactly what Karpov does. Bishop takes f7 with check, king g7, and bishop back to c4. Rook takes g1 with check, king takes g1, bishop takes f2, king takes f2. And now trading the bishops on c4. As you can see, we approach this endgame with white being up a pawn. However, the pawns are tripled. Kasparov plays queen to a7 check, king to e2, queen d4, attacking the c4 pawn. Karpov offers a queen trade with d5, while he is simultaneously protecting both c6 and c4. Queen back to f6, queen e4, b3 by black, c takes b3, queen b2 with check, king to f1, queen c1 check, blocking with the queen on e1, queen f4 check, king to g1, queen d4 check, and after king h1 there's no more checks. Queen to b6, attacking the c6 pawn, queen to e7 check, king to h6, and after queen f8 check, Kasparov resigned the game. Why did he do that? Because after a move like king to h5, you play queen f3 with check. You're simultaneously defending the c6 and the b3 pawn. And after a move like king back to h6, h3, you might be able to block it with queen c7. However, white will just play b4, try to push the pawn off the board. There's no stopping that. So this is how the first battle between these two legends concluded, with a win for Karpov.